What's up, guys? It's Jojo from Chaos Hammer, and I'm here with another war recap, this time against the clan Legion Olympus. And as you can see, we were victorious. We did use almost all of our attacks. Mike, who did not, is no longer Chaos Hammer, so we almost had the unicorn. We were able to two-star two of their town hall. We were able to three-star two of their town hall 10s. So we were so excited that we could possibly get this unicorn. Unfortunately, we were not able to close two of their mid-level town hall 9s, and then the rest were three-starred. I think there was a few town hall 8s in this war too. So yeah, so good job, guys. Um another cool thing that I realized from this war is that 21 of our 38 three-star attacks had Valks in the army composition. You can tell, like, after the buff on the Valks, it's just been so overpowered that and we've been loving it. We've embraced the Valks, and it's just from having a whole bunch of guys that have been using Valks, love Valks, and now with them being so overpowered are able to help all the rest of us understand and appreciate Valks with 4 war. Let's see, we have a bunch of 6-star MVPs, so I think that's pretty cool. So Han Solo, woohoo! King Leonidas, Jukes 45, Causby, Deest, Chaos, Patrick, First, Craig, Popburnazz, Little Lumber, and Hateman. They all had 6 stars this war, so congrats, guys. So the first attack that I wanted to show, and it is a good one, is this one here done by Han Solo on number 1. And it was a scouted attack, and he does have like Valks, a whole bunch of Valks, and I just thought it was pretty cool how he came at this base. The number 2 base also had a similar opener, and number 2 base was 3-starred before this one was. So I guess maybe that's where Jesse was able to try to figure out this opener. I will show the number 2 attack too, and you'll see that it is similar, but they did come at it. I think the base was almost identical. So I mean, I don't know why anybody in the same clan would feel like, hey, let's put the same base 2 times. So you 3-star one, and then you basically have the formula to 3-star the second. So you'll see that he comes in with his queen down. He has her, it's like a queen walk, and then comes in from the top with the golem and then the king. So then this funnel is really created that all of the top will be cleared by the king. The bottom has been cleared by the queen. So when he has that jump that literally connects from the outside into the core, when he freezes that, and the king and the rest of the troops have created the funnel on both sides of the whole base, the Valks literally just jump right into the core. um did he drop a heal for them? No, I think it was just that freeze. Then a rage. He drops a rage and that core is gone. Literally done. And he still has some Valks running around. At this point, we were super stoked because we thought that he'd gotten the 2-star. At least I was like, that's super cool. Um, but when I realized, I was like, hey, he still has a whole bunch of troops. He has it's it was looking pretty sweet, and he really pulled it off. So really good job, Jesse. I know that you love the Valks right now, and so I hope that you have a really good luck with them in the coming wars. So yeah, the next attack that I said I was gonna show was this one here by King Leonidas, and I believe this was also a scouted attack before, so he knew the CC troops and where some of the things were. I might be wrong though. I have been known to be wrong. So, um, so here you see he does a very similar opening. He elects to drop a wizard behind the queen just to help clear out some of those trash buildings. We'll just speed that up by ×2, just because there are 10 attacks that I chose from this war, and yeah. So there you see he does the same thing where he drops in his king. He didn't clear the top like Jesse did, but the same thing. The Valks do head right in. He will drop the freeze hopefully right there. The Valks are inside the core under rage. Everything is going crazy. Everything is just dropping down like flies. And there you'll see his queen is still like basically, yeah, full health. He still has a few Valks running around. He has a full like a golem that hasn't even popped yet. And then he has his king. He just used his king ability, and you'll see there it goes for the 3 stars. So good job, King Leonidas. The next attack that I thought was cool was this one here done by Causby. And it is a cleanup attack, and it's a double jump go Vaho. So it was a cleanup attack. He did know where the Teslas were. He did know where the giant bombs were. And so he elects to come at it with 3 giants versus a golem. So he saved, he had like 15 spot extra right there, troops to deal with this space. He does the wall breakers. They go into the base. He drops his Valks. His king comes in after. His queen is outside cleaning up some of the trash buildings. Right there, he's dropped his jumps. He's dropped his poison for the CC troops, and then his king and Valks have already gotten into the core of the base. They're just knocking out those buildings. He drops that jump right there, for his Valks and his king to just continue along in the base. You just have to. It was perfectly executed where the Valks and the king were able to just continue right through the base. At this point, he's just starting to deploy his hogs, and he's at 48% of the base is already cleared. So I mean, like, great value for his kill squad. So there you see he has his hogs keep his hogs just keep going defense. There's just a few more left. Some of them were targeting the Valks at this point, and so the hogs went in unscathed. And there we are at the very last defense. So let's just speed this up while he does his cleanup. And good job, Causby. You wrecked it, man. The next attack that I thought was cool, we are gonna go down a little bit, is this one here, done by Deest the Beast, and it is a fresh hit. My favorite, my favorite is our fresh hits, but cleanups are very important too. So here you'll see he drops his queen with his with some healers. He drops a giant just to tank for those wizards that are doing the funnel. The wizard, the giant actually does trigger the CC troops too. He drops a poison. I mean, pretty cool. So his queen, he had his queen under rage, so she was able to knock out the clan castle troops extremely quickly. So he's just gonna continue on with his queen. You can see he has a golem, no, not golem, lava hound and some dragons. So the queen did take out that first air defense, and now she's gonna keep on going south. I don't know if he wanted her to go north and grab that top air defense, or if he wanted her south to grab the second defense, the second air defense in the bottom, but she elects to go south. And I think that was greater value because he's able to knock out a whole bunch of defenses along the way. I'm pretty sure he wanted her to go south because Deest is our queen walk specialist. So there you'll see, the queen walk does take some time, but now he's dropped his lava hound to tank for the dragons. So there it goes. It's tanking pretty well. He drops a rage for the dragons, so they get to that air defense extremely quickly. So Deest now drops a poison on the enemy queen. So his queen is able to knock her out very, very quickly. And there he has max hogs in his CC, drops a heal, and so they take out that second air defense with no problems. Now the only problem that the dragons are now facing is that Tesla farm in the core. You know, seeing the base, I guess we did believe there would have been Teslas in there, but you know, he has his level 4 dragons, and they were thankfully strong enough to. He had protected them earlier in the game, so that earlier in the match, so that by the time it was they had to deal with the Teslas, they still had pretty good health, and so he was able to get that 3-star. So good job, Deest. I love how he like breaks down the base in little compartments and then deals with each part separately. I think that's a pretty cool thing to do, and that's why he gets the 3-star fresh hits. So the next one I had liked was this one here, done by Chaos, and this is a cleanup attack. Very important cleanup attacks too. So there he's gonna come in from what, 6? Okay, from 6 to 9. So he drops his first golem, starts dropping the wizards to create the funnel. Second golem does the same, and then drops his queen, and he really wants his queen and all of them to take out 2 of those air defense, I believe. Yeah. So there, what does he do now? He's waiting for his queen to step in. He drops his wall breakers to open up that wall. So now the king comes in late, perfect, so that he's able to head right into the base. We'll drop the poison just so that right there where the when they aggro the kill squad, they're basically useless because he did drop a rage for the kill squad. So there you'll see they've taken out the enemy queen, very important in a La Lune attack, and 2 of the air defense is no problem. So he's dropped 2 of his lava hounds, and they soak up a whole bunch of the traps, and then drops targeted loons on the outer defenses. There he drops he's gonna drop his very last lava hound right there from the south, coming in from different angles just so that they can soak up more of the traps, versus having the traps being hit by having the traps hit your balloons. Does have the sweeper up still blowing around the balloons, but it is over. There are no more. There's only that one last Tesla, and he has a whole bunch of balloons. So there it goes. He has pops all throughout. He did have one lava hound that did not pop, but thankfully he did not need that because this base is wrecked. So good job, Chaos. I've noticed that a whole bunch of new guys have Chaos in their name, and I think that's pretty cool. The next one we are gonna go down a little bit is this one here, done by Cruisin' Fusion, and this was a fresh hit. A fresh hit. It looks like a Govalo with with a I don't know. He also is one that will look at a base and will break it down based on the parts, and then use the troops to figure out what is needed where and how to take out the base. So yeah, pretty good skill set there, Cruisin'. So there he lets in his troops. He did trigger the CC. Now he's gonna use some more wall breakers to open up the second level of walls, which is, I think, pretty cool. And so then when he lets in his Valks, they just have free access into the base, and then he uses his jump to so that they're able to get into those other 3-4 compartments. He drops a spectacular heal just to keep them healed up and protected while they're taking a lot of fire from the outside defenses. I think looking at like Causby's Valk video, now would have been a perfect time to have like started deploying his loons, but I yeah, he didn't, and it still works. So he comes over at those defenses that are on the left hand side, and the rest of his troops are on the right. He drops his lava hound right there to tank for those loons that he's deployed, and there drops targeted loons on those the rest of the defenses. Has a rage, has two hastes for them, and I mean the base is done. Like what's left? One wizard tower, one expo, and that's it. And he still had a loon in the bag. So good job cruising. I mean, sweet attack. I just love seeing the attacks that these guys are coming up with. So the next attack that I thought was cool, let's see, was this one here on number 26 by Popburnazz. And it's a go-ho with the 4 earthquake. So he's gonna drop the 4 earthquakes just to open up that entire like core area. It's what it looks like 1/3 of the base. Drops 3 golems, a whole bunch of wizards, and then will wall breaker into the first wall. He you know he has his wizards doing the funnel. He drops his king and queen. He's dropped his king and queen already, and then they are gonna go in to take out the clan castle troops. Um, this was a fresh hit, so he wasn't sure what was in there. So that was pretty smart of him to do that while the troops are taking care of that. The clan castle troops, they've triggered giant bombs already. His hogs are already heading into the base, just surgical style in the lower left section, and then he just does a heavy finger drop on the top section, which is which was the smart thing to do because there were no spaces for giant bombs at that point. Actually, there is right there, but yep, and there was one there, but he had dropped his heel there. Really good eye on keeping your hogs alive and placing that perfect heel. So good job, Popburnazz, and we are going to speed it up. So the next attack that I thought was cool was also a fresh hit, and it was done by King Jaka, and he is still wrecking stuff with air. So I think I had done a video, like a plan and execute video with him for his very first La Lune attack, and now he's basically perfected the La Lune at the at at a really good level of success. So now he looked at this base and he decided that it was the perfect base for dragons. So he comes in with he did use a zap quake to take out one of the air defense, and then drops his dragons up at the top. He drops his queen down here where she's gonna be able to take out one of the outside air defense. He has a heal and then drops hogs for the second air defense and two other defenses, which they're able to take out. And then he has a lava hound that he dropped to tank for that very last air defense. And then I believe maybe he had wanted his queen to take care of it, but even though she died, he had, I don't know, maybe like 8 balloons, it looked like. I mean, that base is done. There's nothing left that can hurt one Tesla, and that won't do anything to hurt those dragons and that loon. So you can see that base is completely done. So good job, King Jaka, on the fresh hit there. The next attack that I had wanted to show was this one here, done on number 34, and it was a fresh hit done by Deest 2. It's a Town Hall 8 Govaho against this Town Hall 8 in a black dress. um, So he comes at it with his 4 quakes just to open up a whole bunch of the base. Uses one hog to lure the clan castle troops. He sees what they are and then decides to pull them over. And how does he deal with it? Let's speed that up. Oh, with wizards. Pretty cool wizard CC kill there. Um, all those wizards are still there doing the funnel for him on that upper, left side. So that was pretty cool. He just brings the Valks, just the max Valks inside the clan castle, which is perfect. He drops the heal for them where he believes there could have been the giant bombs. And now while those troops are getting hit by the outer ring of defenses, he has already started to deploy um, his hogs throughout the base. So he's holding on to his heal, I think, so that he can have that spot where the Valks and the hogs were able to benefit from the heal. But unfortunately, the queen, where is it? Not the queen, it's a town hall 8. The king, unfortunately, the rest of the hogs right here, we think, okay, it's completely done, and their Springtrap just flings one of his hogs, and then the Archer Tower knocks out the very last hog. I was watching this attack live, and and actually I helped him plan this. That's why I like it. um, so there you'll see that he if I should have shown the time on this attack, it was basically down to the last second. So let's continue on with this. You see the Valks, the king is able to the king was able to tank for that, for the wizard to be able to knock out that Archer Tower, and then the wizard just is able to get it with that very last hit. So good job, Deest. The very last attack that I'm here to share is the one done on number 39 by Hateman, and it's also a Gova Ho. So there he brings 3 of his own Valks and I believe 3 in the clan castle. He uses one hog to lure, and then he has poison. So he's gonna bring them up. We're gonna speed that up. And he does it different. He has like a whole bunch of archers that he just has them maneuvering, and under the poison he's able to knock them out with the archers and and the wizards. So he comes in at it from the 3 to 6 o'clock area. He drops his Valks in, his max Valks into the base too. He has dropped in his king, and then a heal so that they under heal they just knock out that enemy king extremely quickly. They're gonna break through the wall. He's already deployed. He's deploying his hogs as the kill squad is progressing through the base. So those defenses would be targeting the Valks in the core, and then he just drops in 2-3 hogs at a time, just going along through the base. So really good job there, Hateman. I know when I was at Town Hall 8, all we did was Dragloon, 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 and some Gohos. So I think it's pretty cool that you guys are using the Govaho at Town Hall 8. I don't even wanna meet you guys, on the battlefield, on the opposite side of the battlefield when you guys are Town Hall 9s. So good job, Hateman. So guys, I hope you guys liked all the attacks that I chose for this war. It was a really fun war for us. We were super pumped, and then after this war, we did match with Reddit Mist, which we found out was a part of the RWCS, I think it was called, family of clans, and they have some really nice anti 3 bases that we are gonna be looking forward to to trying to hit. They do have 2 Town Hall 10 advantage over us. Um, but we are going to try our best and hopefully come out on top. So